Hey guys, welcome back to another video by the derpy purple potato. I know I'm not in my skin, just like a normal Steve, but yeah. Today I will be showing you the area that is around me, because you may notice that this is not like any other place in Minecraft, and you can probably guess. Or it is. So, yeah. Cue the intro. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to be talking about in this video are the mobs that I have added. So let's start with the two passive mobs. The living block, who blends in as you can see. And then your infected jellyfish, just a chill flying dude. And he sounds like a squid. But now for the more interesting mobs. The hostile mobs. Now to really see these, probably gonna want it to be daytime. So let's try and fight these dudes. So here's the first one, the crawler, who does look a bit goofy, because he is. And in the future, and he drops this cool thing called crawler silk, and which can be turned into a crawler web, which pretty much acts as a normal web, whatever those things are called, except it gives you poison, as you saw. Now for the next one, which is called the wardenling, and you may notice he looks a lot like a player. And the reason why he looks a lot like a player, I guess you'll just have to, figure that out on your own time. So yeah, he doesn't drop anything yet, but, depending on the feedback I get, I might change that. Then we have our first real difficult mob, the infected boar, who is about as hard as a iron golem to fight. So yeah. Wow, he doesn't do that much damage. Oh shoot. I stood at the cactus and nearly died. Yeah, that was pretty boring. Now, I think I'm gonna need some better stuff, like some blocks or something, for the warden fight, since he's practically a boss. Except for the fact that he doesn't have a boss bar. And even if he's so strong, why doesn't he have a boss bar? I hear you, wonderful viewer, asking. And the truth behind that question is because there's going to be another boss added, which is going to be like the Warden, but way more powerful. And you know, I might show you his model, because I have made a few models for this game, which have not yet been implemented. So yeah, I'll see you when I totally legitimately got more prepared for this fight. Okay guys, so after some legitimate off-camera grinding, I think I'm ready. So yeah, this boss fight is really boring. Sorry to disappoint you, but this isn't actually a showcase, this is a demo. So I'm just showing off what I have so far, which is a very early build. So yeah, I'll get back to you once I'm done. Okay, well, I killed him. It was really a not fun boss fight, but I did it. So yeah, that's all of the mobs in my mod so far. And yeah. Now, on to the next topic, which is blocks. My mod has a handful of them. Some that just explode when you try and place them down. Others, which look really bad. Others, which I did not steal from a later version of Minecraft. And even some others that are eggs. So, yeah, this right here is pretty much all I've got to show you as far as blocks go. So, it's time to move on to our next topic. Wood. You may say that this is just blocks too, but I argue that it's not. So, right now, I only have one type of block, but that's fine because, or one type of wood that is, but that's fine because this comes from a very barren dimension. And this wood type is called sculk. And now, we don't know where this name came from, but we sure do know that as long as we've been talking about the sculk, it's been called the sculk. And then, now, on to our next topic. This is what it looks like from the inside. Ooh, we've never seen this before. Especially not at the beginning of this video. Now, there are 4 biomes in this dimension. So we have our first one. Wait. Before that, we should probably talk about, I should do the introduction for our next topic, which is, probably already guessed it. So, there are 4 biomes. Which are this one, the infected fields, this one, which you have already been introduced to, kind of, the sculk forest, this one, the midnight plateau, very spooky, very dark, currently has nothing in it, and then this one, which you may or may not have noticed, and is made out of a very ugly block, because I made it. The hollowed peaks. Peaks. Which I personally think the terrain generation for this place is really cool. And the reason why they're called the hollowed peaks, well, it's kind of because they're made out of this block called hollowed sculk. But they also have something else, which is caves. Ooh, ah. You know, maybe I'll make some like creepy crawlies spawn down in these caves. But, you know, that's just an idea. Maybe we could have like a nest for one of the mobs, the work in progress mobs, which I will show you later in the video. Okay, so now that I'm done with that segment, let's move on to our next segment, which is now I don't have any plans for writing music for this mod, since I can't really do that. It's possible I use like Dungeons music or copyright free music or something, but you know, I'm not sure about music. Okay guys, so I kind of forgot about this section, but this right here, these are basically some of the models which I've made but have not yet implemented into the game. So, starting with this one, this dude, he's basically acts as the final boss for the Horde of the Infection. And if you don't know what I mean by the Horde of the Infection, well, I guess you'll just have to kind of figure that out. And as you can see, he is rather large when compared to a player. So it will be definitely a difficult fight. Yeah. And you might be able to tell that he is very heavily based on a warden. So then we have the Hollowed, who is a member of the Horde of the Hollow. And so, yeah. Here we have the Hollower, a kind of a weaker version of the Hollowed. And just in general, the three members of the Horde of the Hollow are all generally very strong. So this is the guy I was talking about earlier in the video, that he's very I'll put a nest possibly in the caves of the hollowed peaks. So here we have the Stalker, Clubber, and Void Skeleton, who all are the members, or some of the members. There's still one more member of the Horde of the Midnight. I haven't made yet. And basically, the Horde of the Midnight is the most intelligent of all the hordes, and they're able to, actually do stuff and build stuff. So they'll have, in their biome, they'll have multiple unique structures. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the models. And I'll see you in the next section.